Hello and welcome back. So in this video, we would see how best we can use the knowledge we've gained from creating loops in the previous video to work on our progressive create script that we say would eventually become robust. So till now, we've been able to write the script that would create any file name we've given it. So this script, the purpose of this script was to just create bash scripts for us. So once we give it a name, we run the script, we pass it a name as an argument, and then it's supposed to create the scripts with that file name for us. We said that the creation of scripts is becoming repetitive because you would have to create a file, make it executable, and then when you're done, you declare your shebang into it. And it's kind of boring if you would have to be doing it over and over again, right? So won't it be best if you can just use a script that we created to help create other scripts for us? Fine. So you've been able to build a script to this point to check whether the file exists or not. And then when it exists, it tells us that it already exists and then stops, right? And then if it doesn't exist, then it goes ahead and then creates the file, makes it executable, and then declares the shebang into it. Okay. So now that is what we've done so far. So now we want to be able to use a create. What if I run create, right? So ./create, and then I pass like file1 .sh, file2 .sh, file3 .sh, right? I want to be able to create all these files on the fly or simultaneously, right? So basically, this is how we are going to do this. So this code is not yet there, right? The script we already have cannot do this for us because we just received just one argument from the terminal, but this is more or less like 3 arguments, right? So what if someone also chooses to do 4 arguments or 5 arguments or 6 or 10 arguments? How do we catch it, right? So one way is to create a list of all the arguments. So $2, $3, $4, $5. But the question is, how would you know the number of arguments the user would pass, right? So instead of doing all of this, we can just decide to do this. So I'm going to comment this one out. And then we are going to use a for loop, the knowledge we've learned in the previous video to do that. Okay. So now I am going to say that for file name, so let me just repeat the capital so that I don't have to change it in the code. For file name in the list of all the arguments, right? So to get the list of all the arguments provided, you just have to use $ and then at, right? This at symbol or at sign on your keyboard. So this will return all the arguments or a list of all the arguments provided for us. So for file name in all the list of file names provided, right? Do something, right? So we want to do now this code. So we would want to sleep for 1 second. So then I have to indent or put all of this inside the for loop so that now I can see that there's a for loop running. Then I have to put my down here before I forget. Okay, so now we said that for a file name in all the arguments provided, we are assuming that the user will provide all file names or file names that he wants. Then it's supposed to do this tab, right? So first it will sleep for 1 second and check whether the file name exists. If the file name exists and is not empty, it will echo what? Sorry, file already exists, right? And then it wouldn't run the others, right? But else it will do this, right? But then from getting to the end of the previous video, we made mention of some keywords, the break, then the continue. We wouldn't want a situation where the file name would exist and then make or mess up our code for us, right? So let's first check something. Before then, since this will be looping through all the files, I want us to reduce the sleep time to maybe 1 second or even remove it completely, right? Okay. So if I save this and I run this script, let's see. So right now, if I run this script, I expect I should create file 1, file 2, file 3 for me. If I hit enter, I should see creating file 1, making it executable, declaring shebang, creating file 2, making it executable, declaring shebang, creating file 3, making it executable, declaring shebang. Interesting. So if I do ls, now I'm expecting to see file 1, file 2, and file 3 here. Where are they? Okay, interesting. So basically, this is it. What if I choose to recreate these same files, right? I rerun this file. The code is supposed to tell me that what the file names already exist, right? And then it shouldn't even create them. So let's see. Sorry, file 1 already exists, file 2 already exists, and then that is it. So this is brilliant. So we've been able to use a for loop, right? To do what? To create file with any argument we would give it, right? So here you can choose to add, let me remove these files and then redo. Add like init gibberish.sh can.sh anything, any number of files. You're expecting that it will check and tell you that these files already exist. The ones that don't already exist, it will create them. Then interesting, this is brilliant. Right, this is nice. So now we see that our bash script is making use of the for loop to do what? To create these files for me. Let me remove all the files I just created. So to remove them, just come here and then change this create to what? Remove. Since they are files, so it's gone, right? So you can also choose not to echo distance, right? But then I choose to echo them just to tell me what it is doing at each point in time. You can choose to remove the echo and make it do like or work like the remove or the move or the make directory commands. So basically this is it. I hope it wasn't too difficult for you to implement. And gradually our project is becoming robust. All right. So that will be all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends so they would also benefit from this video as well. We can't wait to see you in the next one. Thank you.